Hello. My friend just dropped me off. There he goes. I am at the Wisconsin border with Illinois on the Des Plaines River. I'm doing the Des Plaines River Trail, which goes from the border 52 miles to North Avenue west of Chicago. And this is a trail that basically follows the river. It's a flat trail, really, because Illinois is flat. It is 52 degrees right now. Terrific hiking weather. It'll be 50 basically all day. It'll go down to 28 overnight. It is 8:51 and I am on my way. The clouds are reflecting in the pond. Very nice. There'll be good bass fishing here. But leave that for another time. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. There he goes. The Canadians got all excited. Well, here's mile 1, and I'm maintaining a 3 miles per hour pace for the first mile. That is 20 minutes per mile. So let's hope I can keep that up all day. Yeah, this is the most elevation gain I'm going to achieve on this trail. Basically 10 feet or so. As I said, this is a very flat trail. That's I-94 over there. The trail crosses the Des Plaines River many times, and here's one of the crossings. A nice wooden bridge. Good morning. Well, it's a small bridge and not on the river. Oh, look at that. There's a beaver dam. Nice. Nice. I crossed a river. It was to my right before. Now it's to my left. And this trail is very well packed and smooth, makes for easy walking. And most of it is like this. There are some parts when it gets further south that are less packed than this. I've done those parts. Those are in the Chicago area. But this is great for biking and snowmobiling. It's a multi-use trail, so horseback, walking, biking, snowmobiling. Here's one of the iconic landmarks of this trail. People from all over the world come just to see this bench right here. It is historic. We are in the floodplain of the Des Plaines River. This is what all this is. So when the river floods, particularly big floods, it fills this whole area. Mile 3. 1 hour. Yay! Look at the sun, man, that looks beautiful. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago called "Don't Buy a Survival Kit, It Will Kill You." You can watch that video. And the gist of that video is there's no survival kit really. There's your camping kit. So if you're going to go out, just take out the gear that you would take out if you would, assuming that you would have camped overnight, even though you're only doing a day hike. So the gear has to be appropriate for the season and the weather. And that's basically what I have on me. It's really that kit that I showed you. Even though I'm in an urban environment, I can call for help anytime. In the very remote chance that, say, I can't, then I have the gear with me suitable for the temperature. Now it's going to be 28 degrees overnight, so I have my R4 sleeping pad and my 10-degree quilt. So that should be plenty enough to keep me warm. And of course my tent. So watch that video. I'll put the link in the description. Guys, please subscribe, like, and share. Help out the channel. I would really appreciate it. Today is Monday before Thanksgiving. And this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I'm not going shopping. I'm going just north of the border, LaGrange, Wisconsin, to the Kettle Moraine State Forest, where I'm going to test that super shelter, Morse Kohansky super shelter I made. You can see the video. I'll put the link in the description. So it's going to be 15 degrees overnight. That's the forecast. So I'm going to test the shelter, put a fire in front of it, and see if the shelter works. It'll work, of course. It's not a new design. Many people have done this. But I want to test the one I made. So it'll be very cold overnight. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this is coyote scat. What do you think? This field is full of cattail. This stuff makes excellent tinder. The fluffy stuff is a flash tinder, so it burns almost instantaneously. And cattail themselves are a very good edible plant, the roots. So if you know how to forage them, you can eat. What do you think? Is that a beaver dam? Or beaver hut or whatever? I don't know. What do you guys think? The trail is going to follow the railroad track for the next mile. That's kind of nice. You know, I could actually walk on that track and it would lead me actually a few miles from my home. But let's not do that. The trail is much more fun. See that? That's the Quack Ness monster. There are a couple more over there. Hello, duckies. You know what the ducks next to Fermilab say? That's where they have the particle accelerator. They say quark. Wow. Look at this very tall prairie grass. Yay. That's like 10 feet tall. The Des Plaines River Trail basically goes entirely through forest preserves administered by Lake County and Cook County in Illinois. Forest preserves are actually a federal law that was passed in 1921, which required that forests be preserved. So the federal government passed a law, and I think it funds them also, or partially funds them, so to preserve forests throughout the United States. Here's a nice meander in the river. You see the river goes around that way and around that way and under the bridge. When I was a geology student, I wrote a nice paper on meandering rivers, and basically rivers meander because they're choosing the path of least resistance. As Pippin said in The Lord of the Rings, mushrooms! Now, I don't know if these are edible or not, because I don't have that knowledge. I should learn, actually. But, or I should say, I'm not touching these. So once I learn how to recognize edible mushrooms, I do it. Something to put on the list of things to do. Good morning. See right over there in the background, that's Six Flags Great America, and those are the roller coaster rides. Some military helicopters here, because there's the Great Lakes Naval Base on Lake Michigan, not too far from here. Mile 12. Look at that. A beaver has been busy here. Well, I'm eating my Italian sandwich, and I got my water boiling for the tea. So, bon appetit! Well, it's drizzling. Let's see if it'll stop. Doesn't look like it. So, I think I'm going to put on my rain suit in a few minutes. Let's see how it turns out. Well, it is drizzling. It got a little cooler. And it's windy. So I put on my Tyvek coveralls. This is my rain gear. It's also a terrific windbreaker. I mean, I just put it on like a minute ago. I'm already feeling warmer. Also keeps the body heat in. I'm telling you guys, this is the way to go. Forget rain gear, everything else. Just buy one of these. I did a video on this. I'll put it in the description, you can look at it. These things are amazing. You get 4 functions out of these. Rain gear, windbreaker, pajamas, and ground sheet. They're very tough. Oh, this is nice. Nice big lake. There's a paved trail that follows the bank. You can see it go that way. This is also a great fishing spot. Noted for future reference. Well, the Canadians have dropped in for a visit. The Des Plaines River. For those of you who remember the show Fantasy Island, and little Hervé Villechaize, who used to open the show by yelling, "The plane! The plane!" when the plane would come into the island bringing the guests. Well, tragically, Hervé Villechaize actually committed suicide. He shot himself. He was a very troubled man. That part of the story is true. But then, as with every tragedy, comedy comes out of it. And the last words of Hervé Villechaize before he died was, "The pain! The pain!" This is a nice area. Lots of ducks here. And the reason I remembered that joke is because Des Plaines sounds like the plane, the plane. Duckies. We're nearing civilization. Not that we are ever far from it. There's the trail down there, guys. I made it to mile 20. And it's about 4:20 now. And it's about to start raining. So I'm gonna call it quits right here. I called my friend. He's gonna come and pick me up. He'll be here about half an hour. So this was a terrific hike. I enjoyed it very much. And thanks for being with me, you guys. Please share, like, and subscribe. And see you next time.